If you're tracking the ARK Innovation ETF, you know it hasn't been doing very well for the past year. I mean, if you go directly to their website, you can see for the year-to-date return, it's negative 50%. So if you go to look up their true year-to-date return, it's a little bit worse at negative 55% return. There was even an ETF created specifically to short this ETF, which is SARK. And if you look back since its inception, it's up over 105%. Now, there's a reason why it's not a direct mirror short of the ARK Invest ETF, which if you go to their website, it tells you more about under their About Me page. And this goes for most inverse ETFs, which they're traded on a single day, not over a set period. So that's why there may be some different offsets for majority of the returns. But to play both sides, the same team that created a short fund also created a double leveraged ETF. They created this double leveraged ETF because they believe that the current sell-off of the innovation stocks have gone too far. Here's an interview with CNBC where the creator talks about creating the long ETF.
Short one to be, in our mind, a better hedge for kind of what we saw coming in the macro environment, and because there was so much demand at the time for some way to bet against ARKK. The long one, we just recently launched TARK because, there's a lot of, back and forth on ARKK, but the one thing that people can agree on is that that's an ETF that's going to move, and it's going to have large moves. So we wanted to give investors kind of that tactical ability to play both sides of it. Plus, we think it's an interesting opportunity for, maybe some of the ARK shareholders who are really committed to the story and, might hold it at a loss. There could be some interesting planning opportunities there for them.
But just remember, there is an increased risk when using leveraged funds. So in this case, if ARK had a downside of 10%, you could see this fund go down around 20%. Now in April, Cathie Wood already talked about how she doesn't like the short ETF. Here's a quick interview of her talking about it.
Where an ETF has been created to bet against another ETF. And my attitude towards that is, wow, they are so sure that American innovation is not going to be a sensible place to invest, that they have created a fund to short our strategy. From my point of view, if we are right, and I trust our research, they're doing no research. They're just making a judgment call, I think, on valuations. But based on our research, if we're right, they are going to have to cover their shorts.
So while she definitely wasn't happy of them creating a short ETF, maybe she'll like the long ETF that they just created. But now you can play both sides. Let me know what side of ARK that you're on. Are you going to long it? Or are you going to short it? Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like or subscribe if this video helped you out in any way.